The chill of fall and perhaps even winter is upon us, but that doesn't mean it's time to pack up the open water fishing gear. In fact, the fall opens up an opportunity for short anglers to take advantage of some big fish. And our fishing expert, Jason Madity, joining me, and we're talking all about shallow fish today. Is that right?
Yeah, we talk a lot about it in the spring, because the warmest water is in the shallows. Obviously, the warmest water is not in the shallows at this time of year, it's the reverse. But there are certain species of bait fish that big walleye and big pike like to eat, like the cisco or lake herring or tulipy is a lot like to call them here. They come in really shallow to spawn, and everything is on their tails, either eating their eggs or eating them. So this is the perfect time for the shore angler to take advantage.
Like you said, kind of good news. It brings up the point here, do you even need a boat at this time of year?
Well, if I have the option for a boat, I'm going to take a boat because it does expand your options to cover more water, to go a little deeper if those fish haven't transitioned to the shallows yet. But having said that, this is the time for the shore angler to take one more kick at it before winter sets in.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we're checking out this video right now, and I know you kind of wanted to mention a little tidbit about this.
Yeah, those are those ciscos I was talking about. They're spawning shallow, and here's my brother Jeff, who's fishing in he's casting out to maybe 10 feet of water, but he's standing in his chest waders in like 3. And these are the type of fish he's catching at this time of year. Nice big pike like that, and as the darkness sets in a little later, you'll see in the video too, after he releases this pike, he hooks a really, really nice walleye as well, throwing some of these baits we're going to talk about in a sec here.
All right, well, let's talk about those. How big of hooks do we need exactly for this time of year?
Well, you can see in that walleye's mouth as it's coming in here, like that's a big size crankbait. That's about a number 14 or a good, 5-6 inch crankbait is what that is. That's a pretty good size walleye too. But I brought an assortment with me, if you will.
Which I'm excited to talk about these.
So I'm going to try to have him here while we get our camera angle right. But I pretty much brought the tackle box, what a lot of people would say. But we have a lot of jointed crankbaits, and they wobble in a different way. You can get action at very slow speeds. We've got our standard husky jerk one here that looks a lot like a cisco if you think of the colors on it. We've got Daryl's all-time favorite,
I was just going to say the
Len
Daryl
Thompson, which the reason they work so well is because they throw flash, vibration. They look like something a big fish wants to eat. And these are a couple of my all-time fall favorites. This one caught me a 15-pound walleye, this real bait Fergie spoon, where you jig it violently in deeper water and that type of thing. And then you have these big rubber tail swim baits.
Which aren't just fun to...
Well, they are, but I mean, talk about the vibration and the flash, and the only thing that makes something so annoying and thumping down there is something that a big piker walleye wants to eat. So try all those things. Throw the tackle box at them.
Absolutely. I mean, we're getting to the end of summer fishing anyway, so you may as well just try anything. Is there anything else people need to know or need to bring with them during this time of year?
Well, I think the big thing is get your mind around big. So you want to have a heavier rod like I have here with 20-pound braided line, leaders or heavy fluorocarbon leaders. Because you want to be able to have something heavy that can handle it and also have good hook sets. So think big, but also think comfortable. Obviously chest waders, make sure they're the thermal kind if you can afford to get them. That'll increase the distance on your cast to be able to do that. And watch the weather, obviously. I'm hoping it's going to be plus type
We're all
temperatures
hoping that
this
ice
weekend.
fishing isn't happening.
Yeah, exactly. But we can get a 10, 11 degree day still. It could happen. It has happened before.
We're staying positive here and optimistic.
Exactly.
Thanks so much, Jason, for joining me today. I know if people want to get more tips or follow along with your fishing adventures, as we always do, how can they do that?
Go to getfishing.ca online anywhere on planet Earth, and we'll give you those video tips. And you can contact us as well if you have questions.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Jason.
Thank you.